What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Simon here. Today we're going hiking for the first time of the season. As the season changes, so does the gear, so does the kind of trips that we can do. So usually in the winter the gear is so heavy you either need a polka or a sled. So this kit I have in my backpack right now, it's rated for like 32 Fahrenheit. We'll see just how comfortable I can get. This is really early spring. As you guys can see, it's still kind of winter. Big difference today is I'm already on spring gear. The boots I'm wearing are really not the kind of boots I wear usually in the winter. The sleeping gear is different. Everything is much more light, much more compact. As temperature changes, I'm gonna be reducing the weight on this backpack, but for now, that's like I think the bare minimum to sleep in temperatures we're expecting today. It's still winter, but I'm testing my early spring gear. So early spring, late fall, starting to get wet in the fall. It's much colder, the nights are colder. You really need that extra insulation, and all of this, it just adds up in a backpack and it makes it heavier, it makes it bigger. I don't know what's the weight of it, but it's heavy. I never really weight my stuff. I think I should buy a scale. First, because I'm getting fat. Second, because I want to weight my gear.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go. So come what may.
I'm sweating too much right now. I'll take the load off. And I think I'm gonna rest a little bit. I've been walking for like an hour now and getting sweaty, which is not good. So that's the exact reason why you don't want to be wearing natural fibers, because they're going to absorb all that moisture and all that sweat, because you're working out. Even though it's pretty cold, you're still gonna sweat, and then as soon as you stop you get super cold because all of that moisture is right up against your body, and that's not good. So you don't even need to go and buy like specialized gear, right? So in any regular store you can just go in and check out the tags, and if it says 100% polyester, well, you're good. You can wear that, no problem. Gosh, this is heavy. We're really on the upper limit of what I'd want to carry. I just gotta find a spot to hang that is quite safe. There are some pretty big widowmaker around here. If a storm rolls in and it just starts blowing, you never know. Ooh, hey, I think I got it right here. Between those two firs right here, that would be like perfect distance, good spot. Ooh, feels like I'm growing. Ooh la la. So I think I found pretty much the best spot right here. I'm gonna be hanging between those two fires. So I'm really removing like the bare minimum since those are live trees. The goal is just to make a space so that I can hang the hammock. As a shelter, today we have a little tarp that's going to be protecting me from tonight's snow. I have a little hook on the end of my cordage. The reason I have this, when it's hard for me to reach up high enough, so I can use this to go and throw it around the tree, wrap it around, and now I just clip it. We're gonna do the same thing on the other end. So I've rigged some bungee cords on this. Those are the lines that are going to attach my tarp to the ground. Reason for this is once this is tight, and if it's tied into a tree or something, and then you get your feet caught into it at night, you might as well just rip your tarp or damage something. So those bungee cords are actually going to give you a bit of a give, and they're also helping with the wind. All right, next up is the hammock. So for my hammock, I'm using quick straps. So you would wrap around the tree like this, and then you'd pass this end like this, and then with this end, you're gonna feed this through this guy out here from the back, then go in up front like this, and it's locked. And you can adjust it to the length of to your desired length. Oh, that feels so good. Whew. A hammock is also like the best chair that you can have. I might want to make it just a bit tighter for tonight so that my butt don't touch the snow. Yeah, it's too close. And also I have insulation that I'm gonna put under this hammock. This is so good. Oh my god. I think I'm taking these off. I'm gonna have to use one of them as a shovel anyway. Try and dig a little bit to make a fire. Whew. My boots are getting wet on the outside. I wonder if my feet are wet. No, super dry. Good boots. So that's a 32 Fahrenheit sleeping bag. 0 degrees Celsius. And this is a 32 Fahrenheit underquilt. So 0 degrees Celsius for this one too. This one goes under the hammock. We'll be setting this up pretty soon. I'm just gonna let it fluff out a little bit, just like the sleeping bag. This is from one of my favorite brands, once again, Woods. That's something you find at Canadian Tire here in Canada. This one is a hybrid, quad term insulation and down insulation. So it's a 32 Fahrenheit bag, 0 degrees Celsius. But I believe this is not like comfort rating. I think this is like, I guess, limit rating. So we'll see for tonight, since we're expecting 14 Fahrenheit, minus 10. So this underquilt, that goes under your hammock. It really goes underneath the hammock, not inside. It's from the brand One Wind. and that's only synthetic. This can be found on Amazon. Ugh. So really, if I want to have any chance of making a fire to enjoy tonight, I really got to go all the way down to the ground. So we're gonna have to do it with the snowshoe. I'm trying to cut some blocks off so I can grab them. Hole is pretty much complete. Shelter is up. I still have to hang my insulation underneath my hammock, but I think right now I'm just gonna read a few pages. I'm gonna eat some dry fruits also. Dry peach, apples, grapes, pears. Oh, and I've got some dates also. I can really feel the sun going through my clothes today. It's really good. Alright guys, so we're going to be finishing the shelter now. I've been reading for the last 30 minutes. Now we're going to hang the underquilt. So that's the insulation that kind of surrounds you at the bottom. And the way this works, anything that's between you and the hammock gets super compressed. So any down sleeping bag, they actually don't do anything in a hammock underneath you. That's why you also need sleeping pads when you're sleeping on the ground. Same principle. Since it's hanging under the hammock, if you set the sag just low enough so that when you lay inside your hammock, there's still a little bit of a air gap in between the underquilt and the hammock. This is actually cutting all the winds and it's insulating you from underneath. And then on top, well, you have your sleeping bag or a quilt. So we're going to install this, and as you guys can see, I've dug a little bit more under my hammock because I don't want my my bottom to be touching the snow. Now, when I sit inside my hammock, I want to see if I still have a bit of sag underneath me. Right now, yeah, see, this is still loose. That's perfect. That's exactly what you need. So when I'll be laying down in the, I'm not gonna get in because I got my boots, but I'll be closing this a little more. Oh, hammocks are just so comfortable. Oh my god, guys, this is, I think it's better than my bed. Now I gotta get out of here and gather some firewood. How many hours of sun do I have? Like 3 hours. All right, time to get some firewood. After that, I can chill. There you go. Another dry one. Obviously it's wedged in between 4 trees. Cut it again. Whew, that's a heavy one. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna start some food because I'm finally getting quite a bit hungry. So that's just gonna be a really quick meal. We're gonna go for chili in a can. Nothing too fancy. So while my food is cooling down a little bit, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I'll make today's fire. So since we still have a bit of snow on the ground, and that's kind of all wet, damp and mushy, I'm gonna be using some big logs, and then we're gonna build our fire on top of this. This is what's gonna help us get a good bed of embers. Well, I've got my super lightweight plate for today. Since I'm backpacking, no more big plates. You guys will notice in the winter I carry much more gear, but in the summer like this, I mean, well, not summer, it's definitely not summer, but in the spring like this, I'm going for much lighter equipment. Pretty soon doing this is gonna start being a problem. Everything you do that is like food, because the bears are gonna wake up soon. You guys are getting all the smoke right there. That's one thing about change of season. You really gotta be careful in the spring with the bears, because they come out of hibernation, they're super hungry. Alright guys, that's it for me. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. I've had enough of the smoke. Morning, y'all. I don't want to get out of my sleeping bag. I've just checked the time. It's like 7 a.m. My feet were cold all night, even though I got hot pockets in my socks. Let's get out of here. Wonder what the temperature is. Looks like -10. Oh. Whew. Oh, that's much colder. Yeah, it definitely feels like winter this morning. This doesn't look like the second day of spring. It's the 20th of March today. My lungs are wheezing from the fire yesterday. Can't wait for summer so I can sit a bit further away from my fires. Those are so cold. Oh my God. Oh, much better. Morning, y'all. I think I'm gonna go straight for a coffee because this morning's a little cold. We got the -10, just as expected. Everything is stuck. Come on. I was hoping for more snow though, so that I could make coffee. Oh yeah, I know where I'm gonna get the snow. There you go. Fresh serving of snow. It's not crazy cold, but the water on your finger, if you touch any metal, it just freezes instantly. See, I'm not holding this. It's really the ice that forms on my finger. It's really stuck to it now. So you can see it creates an ice layer instantly. So that's why they say don't touch bare metal with your hands in the winter. Especially if your hands are wet, because that's what's gonna happen. Thing is, I want to drink my coffee right now, so I always use a bit of snow to cool it down. Don't do that, guys. It's not good. That's a big one. I got some other big pieces in there. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna be enjoying my warm cup of coffee with my cold feeds, and then we're gonna get packing. This kind of system is not too bad for these temperature. I think altogether the sleeping bag is 2 pounds, the underquilt is another 2 pounds, so, and I think the tarp and the hammock together, they're like another 2 pounds maybe, so 6 pounds. Actually quite a good shelter. I'm liking this. And another reason why I think hammock is pretty good is that as long as you got trees, so that means also you're going to be in the tree cover, so you're more sheltered from the elements, but you can set your hammock pretty much anywhere. The ground could be super uneven, hard rocks, wet mud, and you're still going to have a dry place to sleep. So, and hammocks, honestly, they're super comfortable. I have a bit of a bad back from all these years working in construction, and I sleep like a baby in a hammock every time. Oh yeah. Breakfast in a cup. So if you guys don't have compression sacks like this, and you guys go camping and stuff, I'd say go get some. They really help you take the size down. It's not going to do anything for weight, but sometimes the items are just so bulky that they're going to be hard to fit inside your backpack. There you go. That's a sleeping bag, a quilt, and a hammock in one neat little package. So I've never shown this, but I think this is something that everybody should have with them. I've got shears, elastic bandages, film bandage, some medical tape, another elastic bandage, tourniquet. You should learn how to work with these. So there's rules: 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. And then I got some packing gauze. So that's really for like, if you get like a deep wound, you'd want to get some of these, pack it down in there, wrap a bandage around it, and then you're gonna cinch the limb until the bleeding stops. So there you have it, the backpack chair. Double straps, pretty happy with this. It works really well. Alright guys, that's it for us for today. Thanks again a lot for watching. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you guys like what you see, go down, hit the subscribe button, drop a like, maybe leave a comment. And if you want to see my other videos, check out the link in the description. Until then, I'll see you next time.